Thank you so much, Kathy, for taking the time to meet with me today. I'm really excited to hear more about CoderZ and the STEM Week Design Challenge. I really look forward to learning more about it and sharing this out with our teachers in the network. So thanks for taking the time. I'm going to turn it over to you.
That's super. Thanks so much, Bridget. My name is Kathy Scott, and with me is Amanda Grabo. We are the CoderZ team for the state of Massachusetts. And yes, we are one of the selected solutions for STEM Week Design Challenge 2021. We're going to take a quick walk through what CoderZ is offering. CoderZ and Amazon Future Engineer have partnered together, and that's how we're able to bring our design challenge to all teachers and students in Massachusetts. So it started about 18, maybe 24 months ago. Amazon Future Engineer came to CoderZ because they loved how we taught coding and robotics. They asked CoderZ to build a course that teaches coding and robotics at a novice level. That is the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge. That is part one of our Amazon partnership. And that is exactly part of the challenge that we are going to be offering for all teachers and students in the state of Massachusetts. As I said, independent work for 3rd through 12th grade, teacher-led work for K through 2, all students, all levels. Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge is a 3-hour course that prepares students for step 2 of Design Challenge. Step 2 will be offered on Friday, October 22nd at 2 different times for teachers to sign classes up for a live virtual field trip in an Amazon fulfillment center. This is once they've completed the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge, whereas you see in the small video here, exactly what our course will look like. Students code on the left in Blockly with simulation space on the right. So your students will see an immediate result of the code that they've put together. They will learn at, like I said, novice level coding and robotics in an Amazon fulfillment center with Hercules, one of the Amazon fulfillment center robots. The field trip is a live virtual field trip where this little superhero comes to life. They will learn the 4 steps of the Amazon process. It's pick, pack, slam, and ship. After all of it, you will all know what all of those pieces mean and how they work in an Amazon fulfillment center. Step 2 of the Amazon Future Engineer CoderZ story goes with our curriculum. After teachers completed the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge, they said, this is awesome, but we need more curriculum. So Amazon Future Engineer came back to CoderZ and said, we want to underwrite the first 6 months of access to your curriculum for up to 150 students per teacher for Title I teachers or teachers with underrepresented populations. That's super important. CoderZ is looking to open the door for students as young as possible so we can eliminate the thought process of, I don't look like a computer scientist, so I'm not going to be a computer scientist. We're going to eliminate that. Amazon Future Engineer, they need a lot of engineers. They need a lot of students to have the pathways for computer science and STEM related options. All of our instructional material, including the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge and the live virtual field trip, come with teacher guides. So there's structure around everything. It's not just to jump in and do it. It can be a jump in and do it, but it's always more effective with teacher guidance. The 5 courses you see here are the 5 course options that your teachers will have as access to CoderZ for 6 months, no cost. We start with Amazon, the CoderZ adventure with the Lego Spike Prime. So now we've introduced 2 different robots. Then we move to Code Farm, where we use the Mindstorm EV3 and Zappy. That's 4 robots. Cyber Robotics 101 is also the Mindstorm EV3. Then Cyber Robotics 102 and Python Gym use Ruby, a CoderZ robot. So a total of 5 different robots for your students to learn from. We want to build foundational skills in coding and robotics, and each course is scaffolded. So they're going to begin with basics and end up in Cyber Robotics 102 and Python Gym with trigonometry and high-level physics, just to give you an idea of how far down the course goes. So you say, why CoderZ? You see in the middle of that blue space, it says inclusive and equity. Those are the two things that drive us. Amazon Future Engineer needs diversity in their engineers, because with diversity comes lots of options. CoderZ is inclusive. We want to reach as many kids as possible, and we want to make sure that anybody can do it. No prior knowledge is required. We do it with 3D engaging games, STEM related, yes, math, science, and even language arts, and the arts, creativity are included in CoderZ curriculum. Flexible, okay, so I know we're in like lots of different environments for instructional models. Whatever you're in, we'll meet you there, is what I'm going to say. And the low floor, high ceiling, no prior knowledge is required. Yet at the same time, I mentioned trigonometry and physics. We want to be able to challenge the students and teachers who are ready to be challenged. So CoderZ is both a curriculum, as I've talked about, and we also have a competition. So if any of you are looking for virtual robotics competitions, we have that as well. And on the left side of the screen, you can see this is not our first rodeo, is all I'm going to say. We've been there, we've worked with teachers and students, and we're doing a great job. Standards aligned, all of our content is standards aligned. Yes, even the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge, you will see the next generation science standards included there, as well as CSTA. We have privacy agreements, so if your district requires privacy agreements, we can work with you. And we have rostering through Clever. If you'd like, we can work with you on that, but we also have single sign-on through ClassLink, Google Classroom, and Microsoft. So what's included? You'll have a 1-hour professional development informational session you'll be able to choose from as a Massachusetts teacher. You will also have the 3-hour Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge. CoderZ has chosen to turn their funding back around to the teachers in Massachusetts. All of the funding that we are awarded, we are going to provide, yes, $75, yes, Amazon gift cards for teachers who complete the challenge with their students, as well as attend one of our informational sessions. The celebration part is the virtual field trip. It is very cool. So definitely part of it. And I don't have the link to the login page, but Bridget, you do have it for the landing page. I'll make sure I add that after this. And so we can continue. You also have 2 options for immersion. You can do a virtual class chat through Amazon Future Engineer, and I'll make sure that Bridget, you have that link for the class chat, as well as, not listed here, computer science courses offered through Carnegie Mellon University and Amazon Future Engineer partnership. All of these are free, based on Amazon Future Engineers supporting computer science and STEM through CoderZ, through Carnegie Mellon, through their own endeavors to support teachers and students. Our challenge, CoderZ's challenge, does not end at the end of STEM week. This will continue for the school year for any teachers that want to sign up for the Amazon Cyber Robotics Challenge and participate with their students in the virtual field trip. Bridget, I'm not even sure how long that took, but that's the summary of CoderZ and See Yourself in STEM. And I'll definitely share the presentation with you so you can share that out as well.
That is so amazing, Kathy. Thank you. I think this is a fantastic opportunity for our teachers. I love that you guys are turning the money back around to the teachers. One question I have is, with those 5 robots that you talked about, are those kits included with this challenge?
That's a great question. And the way I always answer that with CoderZ is that every child gets their own virtual robot.
Okay.
So the cost effectiveness of CoderZ is huge, so that you don't have to worry about the robot breaking and buying replacement parts and all those pieces. The code for the students will continue to run, and they'll see their robots go on forever and ever and ever, or around in circles forever and ever, until they stop them and figure out how to fix or debug their code.
Okay.
One of our curriculum writers says, she's Elizabeth Bacon, she shares that we spend 90% of our time writing buggy code and 10% of our time fixing the bugs, or 10% of our time writing, but either way, you get the message. There's always going to be a bug, and we have to know how to collaborate, communicate, and be creative to use our critical thinking skills and figure out how to fix that problem.
For sure. So there's no cost involved. There's no hidden cost with doing this. When you sign on to this design challenge, you get the training, you get the curriculum, and you get the virtual space where the students can hit the ground running.
Exactly. The only cost that eventually can be incurred, if you choose, is if you want to continue. It is a subscription-based service for our 5 courses.
Okay.
But that first 6 months is absolutely at no cost. And we will support you however we need to make sure you're successful, even in the 6 months.
Fantastic. Well, I will pass this along to the Cape Cod Regional STEM Network and to the other STEM networks. I'll share this out on our Twitter. I will tag you guys, and I hope that we get a lot of people signed on because of this quick webinar that you just put together. Thank you so much.
That's perfect. And here's another hashtag for you, Bridget.
Yes.
Hashtag step into STEM,
okay.
Along with see yourself in STEM.
Okay, awesome.
And hashtag STEM Week Challenge, I think, is the Massachusetts hashtag.
Yeah, Matt, yes. Okay, great. I will be using all of those. Thank you, Kathy.